Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining me today at our live series here at Prenatal Alliance. I'm here with Joy. Thank you so much for joining us, Joy. It's a pleasure to have you here to talk about prenatal education in China. Joy, she's currently working in the Utah State Psychiatric Hospital. She's one of the first certificate childbirth educators and prenatal and perinatal education mentors in China. She has taught thousands of pregnant families and contributed to the gentle birth revolution in China. I'm so happy to have you here. Please tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about your journey. How come, birth education came to your life? How was your experience? And here, I will let you talk a little bit more.
Okay, so it's very interesting. From my own pregnancy and labor, it totally make my life to a different direction. So this is nothing to do with my previous job. It's just because I had two very different pregnancy and labor and two very different babies. So I'm just so curious, what's going on with my baby? What's going on with my body? So my first labor, I used lots of Pitocin, and it's a terrible labor. It's the worst memory in my life. I didn't do anything. I didn't learn anything. And then second time, me and my husband talk about, we want a second baby, but I say, oh, I want a baby, but I don't want to experience that. Then I started to learn about all kind of classes that I can find and do whatever I can do for the prenatal parenting and bonding with the baby. I tried everything. And then I feel my labor is so beautiful. I can feel my baby. I work with my baby together. I can feel her movement. And after she was born, she is so calm and peaceful. So I feel a lot of joy and happy. It's just a totally different birth story. Then I just have so much passion. I want to explore the birth psychology or then the birth education. What's going on? Why different labor is different baby? The personality is so different. So that's why I just want to study more and more about psychology, about birth psychology. So this is how my journey started.
And tell me one thing, at the time when you had your first birth, you were already a psychologist, right?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. I work in a PR company. My major is marketing. Mm-hmm. So it's totally different.
Great. So you went through the school for psychology, and when you were through the school, was already birth psychology an issue that you were learning? Because I have friends that are also psychologists, and when I talk about prenatal education, mm-hmm. prenatal psychology, birth psychology, they say, "What is that?" So how was your experience with that?
Oh, you mean my school?
Yeah. Did it in school? Did you learn about it also?
No, I had my psychology degree in a public school. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of mainstream psychology. They mention about a little bit about how pregnant mothers' mood and emotion will affect unborn babies. They mention a little bit. But there's no suggestions for what the pregnant mother should do, how they bonding with their baby. I feel there's something missing in the psychology I learned, even I got a degree. So that's why I'm a mentor of birth psychology. I think I want to explore more because this is real, what happened in my own life, but I didn't learn that in the school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nice. So tell us a little bit more. So how did it happen? So then you pursued to know a little bit more what was going on and why did you have such a different experience and also such a different personalities and behaviors in your kids?
Yes. So after I have two kids, so after I have my second baby, I decided I want to do childbirth. I want to teach all the women the pain. You don't have to be pain, and you really can build the connection between you and the baby. From pregnancy, you will get different baby, different labor. I want all the women to know that.
Yeah.
So I started my journey as a hypnobirthing practitioner in China. after that, I feel like I need more knowledge. I need more knowledge about psychology because there's emotional issues and they might be triggered, and also the medical staff or the midwife, they don't know how to support the mother. So I want to be more professional. So I just decided to learn psychology. But I feel like I need to learn birth psychology. I need to support, I need to understand how the baby developed in the womb and how the emotion of the mother and the father will affect the baby's development. How this happened. I just want to know exactly the parents what they should do in the when they're pregnant. So help them to prepare better.
So
Yeah.
in the process, what did you learn? What was, the big highlights that you would like that all parents should know about, maybe even sometimes the time before even pregnancy, right? Because
Yes.
then the part of the work that we do in Prenatal Alliance is not just about the ones that are pregnant, is also to educate the youth about that moment in their lives.
Yes, I think everyone should know, even from the little girl, little boys, or the middle school, high school, they all need to know the baby, it's a full awareness from the womb. Baby can hear, baby can feel, baby can sense, baby can hear, baby can taste. We all need to know to respect this unborn baby as a human. I think this is something I learned. It's really shocked me about a baby's brain developed so early, and the baby can hear the conversation from pregnancy and labor, and baby remember that, and the baby try to engage in the labor. They have memory, and this memory affect their future personality. So now, actually now I'm almost finished my certification as a holotropic breathwork practitioner. I don't know if you heard about that. Yeah, it's about healing the deep trauma from pregnancy and labor. If we don't know that, there's lots of trauma can happen from pregnancy and labor, and even affected the life of adults. So we have to spend lots of money and time to heal the birth trauma. I feel so sad about that.
Yeah. So there's a lot of influence that comes from the inside of the mother's world that can influence her baby in her womb.
Yes.
But also, even before that, can influence the state of her eggs, and also the environment on the outside and how she perceives the world outside, that can influence and trigger her baby to what it should be prepared for when that baby is born. So it is interesting because your second pregnancy made you wanted to even learn more about it. You told me that there was a lack of connection between you and the first baby, and then a more connected time with your second baby. Would you want to tell us a little bit more about it? How can couples connect a little bit more with the baby? What was the experience that you had on your second one? What did you change?
My second one, I talked to my baby almost every day. I feel her movements, and I touch my belly, and I do some soft massage on my belly, and I sing a song to the baby. And there's one thing very interesting. I just love to listen to the sound or music, any music about the beach, about ocean, about the waves. I just feel so comfortable, feel so happy. I don't know why. And then I realized maybe it's not me, maybe the baby. She loved the sound of the ocean and the beach. So when I'm pregnant, I moved to the beach for 2 months. Wow. I want to hear that every day. Yes, I did that. I feel so happy. Every time I listen to the beach, the waves, I feel so happy. I talk to my husband, I have to go to the beach for 2 months.
Yeah.
And then the very interesting thing happened after my second baby born. Every time she cried, I play the sound of the beach, and she stopped to cry immediately. Until now, before she go to bed, I have to play the sound of the beach, of the waves, and she just calmed down. It's so interesting.
Yeah, what an experience. What an experience. And that experience changed your life. Tell us a little bit, what is the context in China about prenatal education? Because in your work, you have taught not only families, you have influenced families. That's a major thing, but also professionals. How is the structure in China in terms of prenatal education?
Okay, do you want me to share my screen now?
Yes, sure.
So first I met Dr. Ma Liangkun in the meeting in the APA. So, and she really wants to, because the young generation in China, they didn't pay attention about prenatal parenting or childbirth education. So we talk about it. Why don't we just create a program for the midwives and all the medical staffs and OB? They need to know how to treat the baby correctly during birth and pregnancy, so we can avoid the birth trauma. I say, okay. So that's how we started this program. It's just from a random conversation in APA. And then I just started more research, and then I find there's lots of amazing stories in Chinese history. China is, I believe, is one of the earliest countries has prenatal education. And this, from the left, this is the Yellow Emperor's Classic of Medicine. This is 2000 BC. I can't believe. So they talk about fetal disease in 2000 BC.
Yeah.
Okay, they talk about why there is a fetal disease, why the baby born and they have epilepsy. And the answer is because the mother was scared, the mother freaking out during pregnant, so the energy and the spirit of the mother is kind of messed up. So this caused the disease for the unborn baby. This is so amazing. So I feel like prenatal education is not something new. It's just in lots of countries we have this histories, and also the first prenatal parenting story in China is 2000 BC in Han Dynasty, when the queen is pregnant of the son, and she said, "I'm pregnant, so I should only watch the good things. I should only listen to the nice conversation. And when I talk to other people, I need to be very gentle. And how I eat, how I sit, there's lots of rules." So I really feel this is so amazing. And from this book, from the history, like after she delivered her son is so smart. It's like when you just taught her one, and he can learn from 100 words. You even just taught him one word, and he can learn 100 words by himself. It's just like a genius. So after I found this amazing stories from Chinese history, and then I talked to Dr. Ma and said, we really have to do that. We need let all the young generation know prenatal parenting is very important, and we need to respect the unborn baby from conception, pregnancy, and labor. So that's how we created this birth psychology-based childbirth education. Of course, it's evidence-based childbirth education for prenatal families and also for the medical staff. I want them to know birth can be relaxing and full of joy if you find a connection with the baby. Also, birth is a psychological family event. We should not only think it's a medical event. This is a family event. So we need to support a prenatal family to build a loving relationship from conception, pregnancy, and labor, even from the little girl, from the dating, from the learn, from the elementary school. I think everyone should know that. Also, during pregnancy and labor, the medical staff, they need to listen to the baby, respect the baby's needs. I saw, when I was a doula, I saw so many times the midwife and OB, they just pick the baby like pick a chicken. I feel so sad. They need to learn how to respect the baby as a fully awareness. and respect the baby's need during checkups or during the labor. Also, I want to inspire and empower the woman to trust themselves. They are with the natural birth instinct to have their birth safely with ease and joy, because they can connect with their baby. They can connect with they can get the support from their husband. They're not lonely. So all the women have this power themselves to be a mother. Also, mother, father, and a baby should work together with the medical team. So this is some highlights of this program.
Wonderful. I remember that one of the conversations I had with Dr. March, she was explaining how sometimes it's so difficult to make the medical staff and the assistants and so on to understand how important it is to respect the baby, and that the baby is fully conscious and aware of the things that are going around. Some of the studies says that their consciousness is not the same as our consciousness, right? It's another way of feeling the things, but it is what I wanted to highlight is that even though it is difficult, you still continue to move forward, because different countries are in different paces. So they are some countries are giving their first steps. Other countries are, already with big steps in terms of prenatal education. But one amazing thing is that you said is that this has been for thousands of years in the history of China.
Yeah.
And we also had another interview with Dr. Mateus, and he also talked about the same thing. This has been here. This is not new knowledge. It's a matter of just going back and see that this knowledge existed, but it had not even changed. Sometimes it feels like it was forgotten, and we need to bring it back to the medical staff, to the medical interventions that we do.
Yes, so we realize this is something very important, because lots of medical staff and the pregnant family, they don't aware of that.
Yeah, I like when you said that it's a psychological family event. I love that.
Thank you. So there's 7 modules. So we developed 7 modules because we don't want to give them too many theories. We want them to know what to do. I think that's the most important, so what they can do. So the first module is birth and labor. We need to understand birth and labor. Okay, there's lots of, and some doctors say, okay, we know what is birth, what is labor, but we should understand birth and labor from the view of the birth psychology, even from the how the hormone works during birth and labor, how the mother and the baby work together. So this is we focused on the birth and labor, let them to know a different view of birth and labor. And also the pain management is the second module, because lots of family, and even the midwives, they are so scared of the pain of the labor. And they didn't think about how this pain will affect a woman from a psychological view, or what's this pain mean for the baby. So this is we explained how this pain happened and how the mother can deal with the pain. Also, because of this pain, baby can born. And if the mother give lots of positive thoughts to the baby, like talk to the baby, encourage the baby, and also the midwife and the OB, they support the baby, then we can release the level of the pain. So the second module, we talk about the pain management. The third module is mindful eating, because nutrition is another very important part of prenatal parenting. I don't know, in your country, like in China, there's lots of big babies. I think it's a common problem. Like the whole family worry about the mother didn't eat enough food. Just give her lots of food. You need to feed yourself. You need to feed the baby. Just keep eating. So there's lots of big babies. So
and do you think that also increased the fear of birth?
Yes, because if the baby is too big and the mother can be too scareful and the labor can be longer, and also the baby, it's difficult for both mother and the baby, and also the mother feel difficult. The mother didn't trust themselves, didn't trust the baby. Yeah, so it does affect the baby, the mother's emotion. So I think nutrition is important. So we kind of use mindful eating. We let them to feel the food. Also, I encourage the pregnant family to cook their own meals, because if we eat outside, it's lots of greasy food. They put lots of different chemical ingredients. So I encourage them to cook their own food, to buy organic food. And when they're cooking, they feel the connection with the baby. They appreciate with the food. Also teach the baby to feel appreciate about the food and taste the food and eat slowly. I feel like people eat so fast, 10 minutes, finish a meal. I think the pregnant family, they should eat slowly so they can enjoy the food with their baby together. They enjoy what is the healthy lifestyle, to eat something good, to cook something healthy. I think this is also a benefit baby's brain development and also the body development, because baby enjoys the food with the mother together, and also baby taste the healthy food from the very beginning of the life. So so we develop the mindful eating. And the third module is prenatal parenting. So what is prenatal parenting? I think it's to build the connection with mother, father, and the baby. They should bond together from pregnant, from conception. They need to be together. Yeah, lots of family, they think the education or the parenting started after baby born. I think that's wrong, because the prenatal parenting started from conception. How can we prepare ourselves to welcome this life? And what should we do during this whole 9 months? Because baby's brain started to develop, and the baby can hear, baby can sense, baby can smell, baby can hear, baby can feel everything. So yeah, so we give a different kind of prenatal parenting class. Like we read some stories, we dance and music, and we touch the belly. We do some art and crafts. There's so many activities they can do, and we also do hypnosis and meditation. It's just so fun. It's just so fun. And if they have siblings, they have brothers, sisters, they can just do together.
Yeah. It's so important. It's so important because this is one of the things that I tell my students. Sometimes these moms and these families come to us, and sometimes it's for an hour, sometimes they are with us for 2 hours, but during the week, it's the only time they have to be just with this baby, consciously being with this baby. And if we can do that for an hour, for 2 hours, they will pick it up and they will do it throughout the week. It's so important, this kind of education. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, it's important. And what is really amazing is sometimes the baby is in the bridge position, but after we do the prenatal parenting and the baby turn the position. Yeah, I believe sometimes if baby is in bridge position because baby is scared, or the mother, the baby lack of the security, or lack of safe feeling of safe, so the baby didn't want to come out, so that's why baby keep the bridge position. Or sometimes the mother gets too emotional, baby feels scared, so they turn to the bridge position. If we do all these activities, then baby feels safety, baby feel welcome, baby feel loved, and then baby turn to the right position. Yeah.
They pick up the signals from the mother, definitely.
Yes. And the fifth module is emotion management. So I feel very sad that there are lots of pregnant women, they don't manage their emotion really well. They didn't realize how their own emotion will affect their unborn baby. they just sometimes they argue with their husband, they're very needy, or they get sensitive, or they complain about everything, or they worry about everything. So I think all the pregnant family, even the medical staff should know everyone's emotion. Baby can feel everything, baby can hear everything. So the emotion management is very important for everyone. We give them some tools like music or a meditation, or we give them forms to write down their to track their emotions, like every month or every week, depends on their situation. Also like give them some like little cards, they can read it, like positive cards, they can kind of like tarot cards, they can read it. And also the most important thing, they're aware of their emotion will affect the baby. So they more aware of that, they kind of control about that better, like get more positive activities for themselves. So this is a fifth module about the emotion management, and the sixth module is about birth companion. Lots of times, there's most of times the father, they want to support. I want to support my wife. I want to support my baby. That I don't know what to do. I'm not pregnant.
I don't know.
I don't have, yeah, I don't have any feelings. The baby's not in my stomach. I want to support. I don't know what to do. So I think we need to teach the father, also the midwives, they don't know what to do. So how they support both mother and the baby. So this is about birth companions class. And the last one is breastfeeding and after birth. There's lots of research about how important breastfeeding is important. And so what we want to focus on this program is the breastfeeding actually started the relationship between mother and baby. Different attachments will affect the relationship between mother and the baby for their whole lives. So this is the 7 modules of our program.
And also a continuation from the connection that they had during pregnancy. Now it continues through breastfeeding, because still the milk is influenced by the mother's own emotions, right? Yeah.
Yes, they didn't realize breastfeeding can actually help them to feel calm and reduce the anxiety or stress after labor. I don't breastfeeding, it's hard, but from the psychology view, they really need to do that. It helps them feel better.
And remembering that, I always remember the mothers that the most challenging times of breastfeeding is actually the first 10 to 15 days. If you endure those 10 or 50 days, if you have challenges, just look for a breastfeeding consultant even before birth so that you are fully supported. Some moms lack that support. They think about the support during pregnancy and during labor and then totally forget about breastfeeding. No, that's the time after. Look for support. And if you have the right support, it's the same thing as during pregnancy and labor. It can be so much easier for them and for the baby.
Yeah, so everyone should get this information, this knowledge from pregnancy and labor.
Definitely.
So it's really surprised us, like the midwives and the OB, they really love our program because they feel like this is something missing in their work. Because if they focus on the risk, the medical part of the labor and birth, but they feel something's missing. So after they went to our training, they feel like, oh, this is what's missing in the birth and pregnant. So after our training, there's lots of we trained 200 people for now. It's amazing. And they start doing that in their hospital, the midwife. So wait, let me figure out how to play this video. Oh, okay. So this is the Jiangxi Taihe maternity hospital. So this class is taught by midwife. I can't believe this is so amazing when the midwife started to do that. Can you see that?
No, you need to share the videos. You need
Okay.
to move out of this one and then share the video.
Oh, I need to share the video.
Mhm.
Okay, give me some time. Okay, they said a low system. Okay, let me figure out how to do that.
As you shared your screen, just go and share the.
Okay, I think I need to share the video separately. Okay, it's okay. We're in okay, now I think it works. Can you see it now?
Screen sharing? Yeah, now we see it.
Okay, this is a class taught by a midwife. Can you hear it?
Yes.
缓缓地吐气。
So she played some music and taught all the pregnant mothers to close their eyes, do meditation, and feel their baby, connect with their baby. It's so beautiful.
轻轻地吸气，缓缓地吐气。请将你的左手放在你的子宫上。
Okay, put your hand on your womb and
右
feel your
手
baby.
放在心脏的上面。
And put your right hand on your
我们一
heart.
起来听听宝宝的心声，
And what you
感
can
受一
feel,
下宝宝和我们的链接。
feel the connection between you and your baby. Feel your heart connect with your baby. Feel the love connect with your baby.
您听到了吗？这是我听到您的诉说后，迫不及待的想和您打招呼呢。您和爸爸的爱中长出了我的胚胎，一团模糊不清的心肉，损耗了您的生命精华。
And she sent me this video. I think it's so cute. And she told me after they do this like very simple activity, the mother feel so touched, like they never think about to feel their baby. It's just so easy. You just need to listen to some music, give yourself some space. Then you can feel the movement of your baby. You can feel the love from you and your baby. Feel the connection. Some mothers, oh, I feel baby moving. Some feel, oh, I feel babies kick me. I never feel that.
Wonderful.
It's so cute. And okay. Maybe I just, okay, there's another review. There's another video. Let me see it. I feel like when the pregnant woman find the connection between themselves and the unborn baby, they feel lots of joy and love. They feel like, oh, I'm a mother. There's a baby in my womb. I never think about that. Even they're pregnant for a couple months.
I am already a mother. That's
Yes.
another thing, that you're pregnant, and independently of where the journey takes you, if you're pregnant, you're already a mother. You even become a
Yeah.
mother the moment you start thinking about having a baby. So yeah, that's where the journey of motherhood starts.
Yeah, this is also taught by one of our midwife in Jiangxi province. She said, oh, I love this. And she bought some yoga mats. She said, I want them to lay down so they can feel better. And even the older sister can join.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they just need a peaceful moment. Feel the connection with the baby. Yeah, so before, like nobody wants to really go to their class because it's kind of boring. They have taught lots of theories and risks, but after they add all these activities to their hospital, and lots of pregnant women, they just, oh, this class is so fun, we want to join more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow. How wonderful.
Yeah, so I feel like this work is very important.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to my PowerPoint. Okay, and also there's some class like invite the, can you see my screen? I just go back to my PowerPoint. Yeah, and also there's some activities from mother and father. They need to bond together as a family. The husband says, I'm a father. I don't have a feeling about that. I don't know. I'm a father. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So the fathers, so some classes we encourage the father join the class and they do some activities together. Let the father feel the baby too, because the father can feel the baby.
Mm-hmm.
The father can feel the baby too. Sometimes the mother keep talking and the baby doesn't move. If the father talk, the baby just keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
So it's also important to build the bonding between the father and the unborn baby. Also, the bonding with the birth team. The birth team, the midwives, and then they think, oh, this class is so fun. And sometimes the OB and the midwife invite them to join the class. We just everyone bond together. So the baby knows, oh, she's my midwife.
Wow. So
when the labor started, and then, okay, I know her, she's my midwife. So and also this is in another hospital. And she told me this is when the mother, they're waiting to do the pregnancy checkups, or they're waiting to do the ultrasounds or checkups, because there's a long time to wait. They just feel frustrated. I have to wait another half an hour to do ultrasound. So, and then she said, okay, I'll just start some activities when they're waiting.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so she just said, okay, let's just do some meditation. Let's just do some breathing, listen to some music while you're waiting. Actually, when the mother relax, when they do ultrasound or they do checkups, it's easier. It's easier for the mother and it's easier for the doctors. So she just did some activities.
These activities are so important for mothers because it helps them in their daily lives for a few moments to become less reactive to their outside world, because everyday life always is asking for an action from us, to have a reaction from us. And during these moments, and here they are, they're just, common their lives, doing their ultrasounds, doing their things, but suddenly they had a time to connect deeply inside, to become less reactive and more observers of their inside and outside world without so many reaction from their parts. And that's what helps to build up this connection, and especially when we have mothers that never thought about it in that way. Yeah, nice.
Yes, if the mothers relax and their blood pressure can be lower and the heartbeat, it's normal, and ultrasound, it's easier. So I think it's important we have these activities in the hospital during checkups. Also, they practice every day when they go home. So we give them homeworks, so they practice every day. And also we have lots of craft group.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they do lots of drawing and crafts. So we make this is a denglong. It's a very traditional Chinese craft. They have so much fun. They have so much fun in the hospital.
Wow.
Okay, I think this is what I want to share about this program.
You wanted to talk also a little bit in terms of how to deal with trauma during pregnancy, because you talked us that influences so much the pregnancy, but also the birth. Is there any case that you would like to talk us about in terms of how is that dealt with in China?
So first, I want to start with my own experience, because I was in the holotropic breathwork training. I don't know if you're familiar with the transpersonal psychology. This is transpersonal psychology training. So transpersonal psychology is based on the birth modules. There's 4 birth modules. Each birth modules will cause different kind of birth trauma. So that's why I want to join this training to explore my own birth trauma. I can remember one thing. It's during my training, I feel like there's headache on it's right here on my headache for a long time. I don't know why. And then when I was in very deep hypnosis state, I can see when I try to get out from my mother's cervix, I couldn't get out. I was stuck there for a long time. That's why I have headache until now. So, and then after I had that after I see that picture, and I call my mom, is that real? How long is your labor? I really stuck for a long time. My mom said, yes, I was very nervous. I feel my 2 legs is very numb. She didn't use any drug. She didn't use any medicine, but she just feels so nervous. She said, I couldn't open my leg because the doctor asked me to open my legs, but I couldn't feel my legs. So you were stuck there for a long time. My labor is 2 days. It's very long. I say, oh my gosh, birth memory is real. Birth trauma is real. So after I find this reason, and then my headache disappeared during the very deep hypnosis state. So I use hypnosis to let adults, to bring them to their own birth experience or pregnancy experience. One of the women, she told me, I remember a lot of hatred and anger. When I can see that in my mom's womb, there's lots of hatred and anger. And then she told me because her family want a boy, they didn't want a girl. So they didn't want her. The whole family just say, we don't want this baby. Because it's a girl, we want a boy. And her mom hate her a lot, but they still choose to keep this baby. Her mom still choose to keep this baby, but the whole family hate her from pregnancy. From her mom pregnant with her. She's 36 years old, and she told me, okay, this is why I have so much hatred and anger, because I saw that because from pregnancy, the whole family didn't want me. And after that, she told me I need to learn how to appreciate myself to be a girl. She even dressed up like a boy every day. She couldn't date. She feels scared of boyfriends. So it's just like a birth trauma from the womb affected this whole life. So after that, she said, okay, this hatred is not me. It's from my whole family. They want a boy. But I'm a girl. I need to learn how to appreciate myself, how to love myself, be my own mother. And after this session, and she told me, I want to be a beautiful woman. I want to love myself. So I was so touched by this story. That's what I want to share.
So that's the healing process. That's how acknowledging how it worked with your birth, how it was the birth, to have the healing process come through you, not because someone tell you, oh, you shouldn't feel this way, you're a beautiful girl, but that didn't help. What it helped was when she felt again the experience, she understood.
Yes, she need to find the reason. She told me this is the first time she went so many different kind of therapy. She said, they didn't really help me find the reason why I have so much hatred and anger. It's from pregnancy.
So wonderful, Joy. I think we could be here talking for ages. It's wonderful because it's so beautiful the work that you are doing. I think the association that you have created also, and it's amazing how much things that are being already happening under the hospital system, right? That a lot of countries should also, grab and do and are not yet there. I'm so thankful, Joy, for joining us today, for telling us how is working prenatal education in China. And I'm sure that we'll have other topics to talk with. And
yeah, and
it's a
thank you
pleasure.
so much. And thank you so much for for inviting me. I feel it's such a joy opportunity for me to share all this, because it's really my passion. It's deeply from my soul. I feel like it's my passion to do that, to support all the pregnant family and their unborn baby, let everyone to know that the importance to respect unborn baby. And I think your organization is also wonderful. Have this mission to change the world to be a better place.
Yeah, we all do. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Joy. We'll keep in touch.
Thank you. I'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.